Yo, what is up guys? Guido here, back again with another mini bike video, and in this mini bike video, I'm going to show you guys how to install a upgraded cam in your mini bike. So let's just get straight into the video. Now this video is going to pretty much work with all mini bikes because installing a cam on a mini bike is pretty similar. This is a Predator 212 non-Hemi that I'm going to be doing it on, but this will work for the Predator 212 Hemi, your Coleman motors, your Honda clone motors, all those motors because it's pretty similar. As you see, these two cams in the back are just two stock cams. That cam was out of a Predator 212 Hemi, and this is out of my Predator 212 non-Hemi right here, and this is the performance cam that I'm going to be installing right here. Now this cam right here is part of their Hot 265 camshaft, and pretty much what this is this cam right here is literally perfect for go-karts, yard carts, little dirt track racers because it offers torque from the bottom end all the way to the top. Now as you can see, let me get a better angle on this. As you can see, it has the perfect lobes on the actual camshaft, and these lobes are actually welded on for more strength. And as you can see, compared to this stock one right here, kind of hard to tell, but you can see how that goes to a complete abrupt point, and this one is kind of more smoothed over. That is exactly why I wanted to get this, because this will provide with way more torque than a stock one would. Now there are way more aggressive cams you can go and get out there, but I didn't want to go with something too aggressive, so I thought this would be the perfect one to just be in the middle of a lot of torque and something that's still subtle. So I'm going to show you guys how to install this into your mini bike. It is very easy, so let's just get straight into the video. So the tools that you are going to need to take off the initial parts is, first of all, you're going to need a Allen key wrench for your clutch, and also for my clutch, the bolt is a 13mm wrench that you need to take that off. Now this is going to be different if you have a torque converter or whatever you have on your mini bike, or if you already have your motor completely torn apart. Just skip ahead a little bit in the video to where I actually go and install the new parts and stuff. But like I said, you're going to need a 13mm wrench and an Allen key, like I said, depending on what you have on your mini bike. Then what you need is a 1/4-inch ratchet with a 10mm socket on there that will be used to take off the side cover bolts. And I recommend having like an extension just because it's kind of nice. Just, you might need it, who knows, depending if your motor's on a mini bike or not, but it's just nice to have extensions, so I recommend you have those. Okay, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the bolt that is holding on my clutch, and also if you have the little Allen studs which also hold on the clutch, you'll need to remove those as well. Now that the clutch is off, I'm going to go and take off the bolts that are holding on the side cover on right here. They're super easy to take off. You just go and undo each one of these, and then your side cover will just go and easily just slide off. Now that all the bolts are completely out of the side cover, it should just easily just slide off. Okay, and it's really simple to install a new cam. Say if you want to install a new stock one, or say you want to upgrade it like I'm doing in my case, it's super easy. Your old cam just literally slides out just like that. Super duper easy. Here is your new cam right here. This is the performance one that I got. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get some of this oil stuff right here. This is really good. I love this oil. What you're going to do is you're just going to put a little bit of it on the actual shaft of the cam. Also on the lobes. You just don't want to install any of this stuff dry because that's not good for your motor. And then just put a little bit of it on the actual cam surface. You don't have to put a lot, just a little bit. It'll distribute itself around. And then a little bit on the actual part right here as well. Just make sure it's all smooth around. Now what you're going to do is, I'm not too sure if you can see, but actually on your motor there is going to be a little dot on your crankshaft, and that is actually your timing dot. So you have to just look on your crankshaft and see where that dot's at. My dot in this case is right there. I'll show you a little close-up shot a little later, but the dot's right there. Then as you can see on the cam, there's a little dot right there, so you have to go and just slide it in. Make sure your lifters stay in and they don't fall out. You just slide this in and just make sure it's aligned with the dot. So it's just like that. So it's exactly aligned, so it's exactly in time with the motor, because if this is off, your motor's not going to run, because the motor's got to be in time like a real car, like a timing belt. It has to be in time with the actual crankshaft assembly, so the motor will run and work properly. Okay, so as you can see, these were the dots I was talking about earlier. As you can see, the big dot right there on the camshaft, and then the small little indentation dot on the actual crankshaft. And that right there is your timing, and it has to be lined up exactly how I have it lined up, so the motor will be in the correct time, because like I've already said, if it's not, then your motor's not going to want to start and it's not going to run right. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to take your new gasket right here, as you can see. You're just going to lay it up against there. Then you're going to take your side cover right here, push your side cover on, and just get a bolt in it so you can align your gasket. So your gasket will kind of stay still, and then just kind of fiddle back and forth with it so so the camshaft will actually go into the hole that's actually in the side cover. You might have to get a screwdriver in here like I'm doing, and just kind of wiggle it, just so it'll sink in. As you see, just like that, it went in. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to thread all your side cover bolts in. Just like this. And now what you're going to do is you're going to go and tighten down all of these bolts right here with the same socket and ratchet to take the bolts off, and you're just going to go tighten these things down until they're snug. Some people go and torque these down. What I would do is just go and tighten them down until they're snug. Don't over tighten it, because this is just cast aluminum. It'll strip easy, so you're better off just tightening it less and having it leak and have to tighten it more, rather than tightening it more and stripping it, and then you're pretty much screwed. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten down all of these really quick, and I'll catch you guys back on. Now all you have to do is just take your clutch right here. I already just went and put some grease in here because this is a brand new clutch, and I also went and greased the shaft. Now you do not have to do this, but I recommend just doing it because it is a metal on metal surface, and this gets hot, so when you want to go and remove or replace your clutch, it's just going to be that much easier to just slide it off because there's grease on here, so it's not going to get seized on here. So pretty much what you do is there's a keyway in this clutch, so you just go and put it on, twist it until that keyway clicks in, as you see it just now did, slide it all the way on, and your clutch might be a little bit different, but mine has these little Allen heads that you can go and twist onto the clutch, which actually go and lock it on, just like this. Let's see, is it? There it goes. Just go and tighten these. That's good. And then the bottom one as well. As you see, that perfectly goes straight on just like that. Now you just need to get your bolt and tighten it down. Now what you do is you just take your bolt assembly. As you see, I have a lock washer on there and then just a regular washer. And what you do is you just hand tighten this in. Just like that. Now you would normally you would take your 13mm wrench and tighten it down with the wrench. The only bad thing about that is you would have to grab onto this with either like some sort of pliers, or I use channel locks to grab onto the actual clutch so you're able to tighten it down. But something you can also use is just an impact driver, because this is just, and as you see, it shuts off once it locks on there and you know it's tight, and as you see, boom, it's on there tight, and you don't have to go and hold it down with the channel locks and slowly try to do it without the motor turning over. So this is much easier just to use your impact driver and just tighten it down just like that. And once your clutch is done, you are done. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to upgrade and install a aftermarket cam in your mini bike. This video is fairly simple because all you have to do is just take off your clutch or torque converter or whatever you have on your mini bike, and then just take your side cover off and then pretty much just pull it out and put the new one in and just make sure the motor's in time. So it's a pretty easy upgrade to do. That's going to give you a lot more torque, a lot more horsepower, and a lot more speed. So anyways, if this video was helpful for you guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you have any comments about what this clutch was, I will link it in the description, or anything else about the mini bike builds, the videos, anything, just make sure you guys comment that down below and I will answer every single comment. And with that, hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button. Peace.